Hello to everyone out there, and welcome to Immigration Talk Show. I'm Nipasa, and this is my co-host Sam, and we both welcome you to Daily Immigration Dose. Really happy to have you, friends. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's going to be a great discussion today as well. But before we head on to that, I have this very important disclaimer to read out. So, by watching our videos, you agree and understand that the information shared, including user comments, is not professional advice. Use at your own risk. Our intention is never to offend, it's just a casual exchange of ideas. And I hope you keep that in mind throughout this whole session. You're also welcome to join us. You can do so by commenting wherever you're watching, or you can dial in this number, which you can see on the screen above. And the number is 425-436-6335. And when they ask for the access code, you dial in 988-888. So join us. And hi, Sam. How are you today?
Hi, Nepal. I'm doing great today. And I am actually seeing, lots of friends have joined us right now, only in the beginning of the session. So it feels great. And after all, today topic is also very hot and very important. Every day we have been getting a lot of news, but like from few days back, it's all everywhere, like international students. So I think international students are facing lots of challenges, difficulties, and so many things, in terms of their visa and everything. And with that, friends, today's topic is again a very important one, that is no more student visa interviews, what international students must know. So I think, Nipasa, it's a very important topic. After all, 1 million foreign students are there in USA. And every day, in fact, more and more international students are going and, willing to study in the USA. And with that, something is, pausing their interview process in between. So it's creating a lot of problem, and so many questions are arising in minds of international students. So I
Correct.
think we should break them down and, let them decide what they have to do and what they don't have to do. But before that, I think let's go ahead with the news first, and after that, we can continue with our topic.
For sure, Sam. Let me go first then. So I have this news to share, friends, that Americans are rushing for New Zealand golden visas amid President Trump's era fears, and that is the news I needed to share. So New Zealand's revamped golden visa program is seeing a surge in demand. Well, it's led overwhelmingly by applicants from the United States because out of 65 new applicants, which were filed in just 6 weeks, 55 came from Americans, and that is according to the country's immigration department. So the investor residency program was relaxed in April with major changes, including the removal of English requirements, a reduced investment threshold of New Zealand $5 million, and which is around, well, 3 million US dollars, and a significantly shorter stay requirement, just 21 days in the country. So, yes, former Immigration Minister Stuart Nash says this boom is being fueled by, political uncertainty in the U.S., especially concerns around President Donald Trump's possible re-election. So he notes that many applicants are politically opposed, and well, this may be some one of the reasons. But yes, that is the news I wanted to share. And apart from that, the updated program is what is here, and this comes after years of stricter rules following the controversial 2011 case of billionaire Peter Thiel, who was granted citizenship under special conditions. So, with Europe also clamping down on similar visa schemes, New Zealand now stands out as one of the last safe havens for global investors. And that's the news update I had. So, now for the next news, over to you, Sam.
All right. Thank you so much, Nipasa, for that very important news update. And friends, I do have another a very big, shocking story, and that's about a major human trafficking bust and how USCIS helped catch the criminal. So let's see. The man behind it is a trafficker from Mexico known as Pancho, and he has just been sentenced to 40 months in prison. But what he did is disturbing. Let's see what he did. So he actually smuggled people into the US and gave them fake green cards. Yes, they gave them fake green cards and forced them to work under threats. And if they deny it, he says that they are going to kill their families or do something wrong with the family members. Some were even minors, and this was something very shocking that he charged them up to $30,000. And if they couldn't pay, then he threatened their families back in the Mexico. So this is something unbelievable. Now here's the twist that USCIS has taken some step. And USCIS wasn't just sitting on the sidelines, but they teamed up with the FBI and other agencies too to investigate the case. They tracked the fake documents and helped take them down. Their role was very important in locking this trafficker up. And without their support, who knows how long it would have been continued. So here are some real questions to think about. That how can USCIS catch more traffickers like Pancho? Because there are more. Maybe we didn't even know. What kind of protection do victims truly need to rebuild their lives? And is 14 months enough for someone who caused so much pain? And that too, who has threatened their family members as well. I would just say that it's a big shout out to USCIS and FBI. Justice was finally served. But the question is that, how many more people do have to sacrifice and go with the same process again? So, this was the news from my end. And I think, friends, now let's go ahead with our today's topic. And I think, Nipasa, before diving into the topic, let me just give a brief what's happening right now. So, the US administration has paused new student visa interviews around the world. Why? We will let you know. Stay connected with us. And also, they are planning to check students' social media. And with that, they are going to see that whether the student has to be getting the visa or not. And they have stopped right now new visa interviews. Yes, I'm remembering, friends, you have to remember this, that it's not about the old visa interviews, but it's about the new visa interviews. So only new visa interview appointments are on hold right now. If you think that you have already have an interview scheduled, then don't worry, it's not for you. It's still happening as planned. So this pause is temporary and it gives US embassies some time to roll out a new system for checking applicants' social media profiles as part of the screening process. So I think let me go with why has US paused student visa interviews. So firstly, the official reason is national security, and the US administration says that this pause is to protect the country. They are worried that some people might enter the US as a student, but later take part in activities that could be, against US policies or some harmful policies or like violent protest or actions against US values. In fact, Secretary Rubio has also said that if you are planning for a student visa and you are planning to get involved in activities like vandalizing campuses or creating unrest, then we are not going to give you a visa. And the idea is pretty clear and straightforward that the US welcomes students only to study, earn money, and to have their future bright, but not to cause any problem. Another reason can also be political one, because the decision is also linked to recent protests in US universities that they have been supporting Palestinians, and the administration believes that some of these actions went too far. So to stop them and to put a hold on them, they have also gone with this thing as well. Next is setting up new rules. That's right, because the US embassies around the world need time to start and figure out the new system. That is why they have paused all new visa interview bookings for now. And interviews already scheduled will still happen, as I have said it earlier. So, Napasa, this is the reason, why these steps have been taken. So, if you can also let us know more about the topic, then I think that will be, better for our viewers.
Sure, Sam, I could do that. And what I wanted to talk about is, we should talk about how this will also impact Indian and other international students in 2025 or the coming years, rather, because if you look at it, let's just talk about India. It's the second largest contributor of international students to the US, right? In 2023-2024 academic year, there were over 268,000 Indian students enrolled in American universities, and that number was actually expected to grow. Now that the trajectory is under threat, well, let's see what happens. But with visa interviews paused, I think this there is tighter screening on the horizon, definitely into everything. It's not just for students, but for all sorts of immigrations and immigrants and students also who are aiming, for fall 2025 or even spring 2026. They may face unexpected delays. So not just delays, but visa denials also, or even longer processing times, which is going to affect them very, very badly. So those already accepted into US programs might have to defer or change plans entirely. So this is very uncertain, and you never know what's going to happen. So it isn't just a bureaucratic inconvenience, it's a major financial risk as well. Families investing lakhs and lakhs or even crores in tuition, housing, and even travel may now hesitate because of this uncertainty. They're not sure what are they getting. What if they will get denied, right? And not just that, it's also affecting their dreams. They've become unsure if their dream of a US education will actually materialize. So this is not just for Indians, for all international students, who wanted to come to the US for studies. So yes, universities too, they could suffer because all these students, they definitely invest a lot, right? And well, it's not just that, but particularly those also who rely on full tuition, paying international students to sustain their budgets. So imagine that, how much if, I mean, just from India alone, if that was the number, there's so many more from all across the globe. So it's going to affect both parties definitely. And for Indian students, who are caught in the middle, this could actually mean missed enrollment deadlines, loss of scholarships also, or the need to pivot to alternate destinations like Canada, UK, Germany, or, well, I don't know what is their plan B, but this is really happening, and it's sad, it's shocking, it's uncertain. We don't know what is going to happen next. And what's changing the visa screening process, I think, Sam, if you could just shed more light on that, I think it'd be great for folks who have joined us right now.
Of course, but before that, I would just like to say, friends, that it's this session is not only for me and for my co-host Nipasa. You can also join us, as I can see a lot of viewers have joined us. But don't, friends, just watch us by sitting at your home. Also, dial up this number right now. Be vocal. Be interested about the topic that we are having a discussion right now. Nishu is here. So, hi, Nishu, and soon we are going to take up your comment. But, friends, those who are watching us right now, please dial up this number 425 335 with the access code 988888. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Immigration Talk Show. Okay, so talking about another very important part of today's webinar, and that is about social media screening. What's changing in the visa screening process? So, according to the official cable from the State Department, students who are applying for F, that is for academic, M, vocational, and J, that is exchange visas, will now have their social media profiles reviewed. That's right. So it is mostly for F, M, and J visa holders. So officers will now look for any support for terrorism or hostile behavior towards American citizens, institutions, or culture. And if they find posts that raise concerns, then they will take screenshots, even if those posts are deleted later. So it's not that you're going to delete right now and you'll be saved. So no, that's not going to happen. In fact, this information will go into your visa file and could actually affect the decision. So it's very thorough process, and again, it's all part of the national security framework. But here's a question that I know most of you are thinking: that why social media? Why they are going to check for the social media? If they are going to see that whether this visa holder, whether this applicant is reliable or not, what is about social media? So because social media, friends, often shows a personal real thoughts, your beliefs, your behavior, what you think, what is your ideology, that completely shows that. And also, US believes that by checking what students have posted, liked, or shared in the past, they can have a better idea, of who the applicant really is and what mindset does he have. So if someone has posted content that supports violence or anything that I have told right now, then that person may be denied a visa. Then what the embassy they are going to do, they are going to take screenshots. Even if you delete your post later, it's not going to help. Why? Because officers will take screenshots of anything they think is bad or maybe fishy during their check and save it in your file. So your social media check, friends, is now a big deal. In the past, visa decisions were based only on your documents and your interviews, but now your online behavior matters a lot. So your visa can be rejected because of something you posted even a long time back. So I think, Nipasa, this is what the importance of social media, because we
Yeah,
are also live on so many social media platforms, because we know that it's a best way to communicate and to make people aware regarding what we believe, what we share. So that's what US embassies are also relying, and they are thinking about it. But with that, I
right.
think if you can also let us know, about what students should do right now and also families.
For sure, Sam. And when you were talking about social media, it's not just social media, but the scrutiny is also going to go on like what you're commenting on Reddit or on YouTube. So
Yeah.
everything is going to be scrutinized, and whatever what you just said, post com which are supporting controversial movements, protesting government actions, or even a satire may be flagged. So it's crazy, but it's true because some of us may not even remember what we had said. Especially active YouTube users also, like and it so happens that we watch YouTube, but I don't know how many of you out there like to read the comments also. So like I'm one of them. So like
Me
you
too.
really go through the comments, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. Some people are really dark how they comment, so you never know what's going to really fall back on you. So let's see. And we can't even delete that. So now, yeah, coming back to what students and families do should do now, I think first and foremost, don't panic, but also act strategically because it's very important. And most important thing is to stay updated. So follow your local US embassy and university announcements regularly, for resumption updates also. And of course, follow us. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And also check us out, not just here on YouTube, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, Instagram. Stay connected with us because we also come up with the latest updates for you. So don't miss out on any of them and hit that bell icon. Well, apart from staying updated, you can also have backup plans. Consider an alternate intake, seasons, universities in other countries, or even deferral options if timelines shift. I know there could be gap months or a gap year, and that could be affecting you and your career. But I think it's better safe than sorry. You can't just take all the risk and lose everything at one go. So have your backup plan, do your research properly, and only then take your next step. And also clean up your digital presence. I don't know how much should I suggest this, but I think yes, what you can do is go through your own social media profiles and delete. I don't know, deleting may come back to you as well, just like Sam had said just now. But deleting anything could really raise concerns. So avoid political debates as much as possible, or any sorts of, controversial memes as well. I know it's crazy, but true. And organize your paperwork. It's important, to start preparing your visa documents early. Keep
Yeah.
your documents updated. And if you've already secured admission, keep evidence ready to, to support your intent to study, not protest. And transparency is the key. I think that is what we've learned, especially with President Trump's administration coming. We see that he's really trying, for every nook and corner to be as transparent as possible. So even in your case, I think transparency is the key. Never hide or falsify your social, because misrepresentation is anyway bad. So even on social media, don't hide or falsify anything. And visa officers, they can still find cached, cached content or records also, and dishonesty can really result in permanent ban. So This is where honesty is the best policy, really. You have to apply that now practically in your lives as well. And for families, it's really wise to pause large financial commitments until a visa is approved or appointments resume. I think speak with your child's university as well. And most offer conditional deferrals or flexibility in such scenarios. So I think it's best to consult and take actions only after good research and knowing what is really going to happen. So yes, it's happening. And Sam, what else can we say? There's so much happening. I'll just quickly say
Mhm.
hi to Nakshi, Nishu. Yeah, I think we should read the comments. What do you say, Sam?
Yeah, sure, why not? And before that, I think, friends, you can also dial up this number and join us, and have a great conversation with us. And we will be really more than happy to have you here. Okay, let's go ahead with Nishu's comment. So, hi, Nishu, and thank you so much for your comment. Nishu is saying Rubio signed a cable obtained by multiple news agencies. The cable says the department is conducting a review of existing operations and processes for screening and vetting of student and exchange visitors, FMJ visa applicants, and based on that review, plans to issue guidance on expanded social media vetting for all such applicants. Absolutely, and this is what we have been talking. So thank you, Nishu, for your comment, and this was really a very important, content of our today's webinar. Go ahead and join us again and post more and more questions or post more and more information or whatever you want us to know about you. Okay, I think Nipasa, you can go ahead and take Minakshi's comment.
Sure, and Minakshi says the pause is temporary and only applies to new visa interviews. The US official told the AP already scheduled visa interviews will go ahead. That is true, and I really hope that uh, you know, even though visas are going to be continued, I mean, visa interviews, some of them are going to be continued, those were already scheduled. I cannot really guarantee or say for real that it's not going to be scrutinized as much, or there's not going to be enough vetting,
Yeah.
or how much guarantee could you have that you will get your visa. So I think just don't keep your hopes too high. Also be prepared for the worst, but all the best at the same time. I'm not really um, giving you all butterflies and rainbows. That's all I can say, because
Yeah,
it's become really
absolutely.
uncertain. Yeah.
Absolutely. We have to be upfront, we have to be transparent. And I think right now the officials, US officials, their main goal is to make sure that people, those who ever coming to the US, they should truly respect the country's values and don't post any risk. Because talking about past, Harvard University recently had its ability to host international students suspended over concerns that were related to anti-Semitism and campus activism as well. So I think that decision was blocked by a federal judge, and so many things happened, but the message was clear at that time. And universities also received large number of international students and now are under tighter scrutiny. So many things are happening with international students, and especially regarding, if we talk about Indian international students, because they are more in number over there and they are going to experience some delays in visa processing. So friends, right now we will just, we can just say that it's better to stay informed by checking updates from the US Embassy and your university. Any doubt, any question, I would suggest that we are here, we are sitting here for your queries only. Go ahead, put them on the comment section or dial up this number, do let us know. And we are here to help you out, and I think that will be the best way to learn more and more together. And I think this is important. And lastly, I can just say that friends, make sure that your social media is clean, clear, honest, and transparent. No jokes, especially under this administration, no memes, no post regarding anything that may hurt the sentiments of US policies. And that can be misunderstood. So just try to keep it professional. What do you think, Nipasa?
Yes, and if you look at all this change that's happening, Sam, it's more than just a pause. It's not just a pause for international student interviews, but it's sort of a like shift, like a paradigm shift, in how the US is really viewing the international students, right? And the blending of immigration policy with digital behavior, political speech, and national security also at the same time. Everything, it's marking a new chapter, and
That's
it's one that students and families must really explore very, very carefully. I'll say it's not going to be the same like it used to, at least for, well, let's see till how long we have our President Trump's era. So we'll have to just wait a little bit now for more clarity. Also, it's just the beginning of what we're hearing. We'll have to see if it really happens also. And well, the best course of action is to remain calm, really stay well informed. It's important, and be prepared for anything that's going to be thrown at you. All right. And yes, like Sam has said, remember your digital footprint is also going to be now a part of your visa application. So treat it with the same caution as your passport. Okay. And
Sunita is
yeah,
also here.
yeah.
So, yeah, I think you can take up
I
Sunita's.
already, yeah, what Sunita has said, I think we've already mentioned this as we spoke a little earlier, but nevertheless, I'm going to read it. Thank you so much, Sunita, for joining us here on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to us, do subscribe. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. And this goes out to all the viewers out there who are watching us. Don't forget to also hit that bell icon so that whenever we have discussions like these or any updates, important ones only, all updates are important, by the way. So yes, don't miss out on any. And Sunita is saying more than 1 million international students enrolled at US institutions for the 2023-24 academic year. That number already declined 11% over the past year, from March 2024 to 2025, and experts suggest that it would likely shrink further under Trump's new policies. And that is really, really true. We are also seeing that. And it's not just student visas, but all visas. I mean, even H-1B, right? We've seen the shrink. I think we just recently had a session here on daily immigration doors about that as well. And there's so many reasons, because so much is happening, whether you talk about fee hike or scrutiny, all the more. And see, now this is also affecting student visas. So it's expected, I think, right, Sam?
Absolutely. And I think it will happen because, due to so many reasons we have been seeing, it's not only that we are assuming or thinking, but the facts are also there and it is happening. So I think, Sunita, we do agree with you, but we hope so that the number should not be exceeding more than that. I mean, it should stop then and there. And only the right people, or actually the people, who deserve or who tries to bring only economical contribution, not only in terms of money but also in terms of wealth, in terms of skills, talents, not in terms of degrading the, I would say, the aura of United States, right? So I think that's how only the whole agenda is, and the administration is also trying to strike a balance between openness and safety. And I think that's all, because to wrap it all, I'll just say to everyone that, friends, make sure that you're staying updated. Check US embassy and university websites regularly. Plan ahead, always expect, because right now it's happening so much. So always have a backup plan, always have plan B, and be very careful with online. Clean up your social media if needed, and keep documents ready, because you never know, don't wait till the last minute, anything can happen. So with that, I think, Nipasa, we should wrap it up. And it was really a great session. So many friends have joined us, and thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Sunita, Minakshi, Nishu, for being here and putting up so much into the conversation. And thanks to you, Nipasa, also for being here, accompanying me. It was really great to have you here again.
Absolutely. Always great. Always a pleasure to be here on Daily Immigration Doors. And thank you, all of you, for joining us here on Immigration Jobs Talk Show. Sorry, Immigration Talk Show here on um, Daily Immigration Doors. And yes, absolutely. I think you have to stay tuned, stay smart, and we'll keep bringing you the updates that matter. So don't forget to ring that bell and subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. So until next time, then, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, stay updated with the latest in immigration. And yeah, thank you again.
And with that, friends, if you have any query or any question, you can go ahead and share your questions on my email address, that is sam@staffindly.com. You can also share your query or question on Nipasa email address as well, that is nipa@staffindly.com. Her number is also 408-335-6444. This is her WhatsApp number. Go ahead and dial up this number, or you can also send a text message on this number, and we will definitely address that to an immigration attorney. With that, friends, thank you so much for being here. Have a great day and stay updated. And also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Immigration Talks Show. It's me, Sam, with my co host Nipasa, and we'll be coming back tomorrow again at 4 p.m. EDT on same platform at Daily Immigration Dose. So do join us tomorrow and see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining now.
Thank you, everyone.